I've had technical difficulty time. Yeah, it's been great. But I'm here. We made it. We made it. Hello everyone. How are you all? We're finally back. We're back to see the boys. There's boys in there. Yeah. So we're back with more Paradigm Paradox today, and I have a plan of action. Today we're going to, I think I've worked out finally how this flowchart works. Finally, so I think we can get the 2 Yukinami endings that we don't have yet. So we got the normal one last time. Hello Anika, welcome to the stream. Hi. Yeah, I think we can get the 2 other endings we haven't got yet. Because I think my mistake last time was, so when we got the bad ending, I clicked on this and I set both of these to high. So I think because they were both high, we got like a normal ending. So if I set that to low and the affection to high, we should get one of the endings. I don't know if this will work out. I don't know how this game works theoretically, but we'll see. We'll see. It's also been so long that I have like forgotten the scene as well, so we can experience it again and not get bored. But yeah, and then once we've done Yukinami's little endings, I want to try and work out how to start a new route without starting the entire game again, because I don't want to go through all the like bit at the start again. But I think maybe we can do that the same way we've done this. I don't know. let's just do it. Let's just do this. We're done with Yukinami now. We want him gone. So I think this should be far enough. We finally reached an area far from Theta and the fighting. Oh yeah, so Yukinami went AWOL and went to the city and was being attacked by the Blooms and one fighting back. And then we all came to save him. I don't think I think I got rid of my I kept my jail, but I got rid of my Yukinami. Hold on. We need him back. Just for his last appearance. Where is he? Get in jail, stinky man. There he is. I think we should do this to every boy we get. Every boy should go into jail. And then we also, very important, we need something else. We need something else as well. Should I have set this beforehand? Probably. Did I? No. There she is. There we go. Got all of our friends with us now. Everybody is here. There we go. We're all set. We're all set. We're good to go. So we finally reached an area far from Theta and the fighting. We could no longer hear the sounds of battle. I forgot his voice was like that. This is the first time I've ever got tired while running. It's kind of shocking, to be honest. What do you expect? You're wounded. I looked around and spotted a crumbling building that had low walls for us to sit and rest on. Yukinami, over here. You're badly hurt. I'm sure you're tired. Just sit for a minute. Whatever. I'm fine. His little pouty face. You're not fine. You're a complete mess. Be a good patient and do what you're told. His little pouty face is cute though. I'm also thinking like when we do the hero one, we might actually get more plot because I feel like we've been drip fed on this route. Man, this is kind of new, isn't it? Since when were you so pushy? Grumbling, Yukinami sat down as directed. He was almost completely drained of strength. I looked him over again. His injuries are bad, but certainly bad enough to kill a normal human. Anger towards the balloons began to well up in me, but I shook my head to clear my thoughts. No, I don't have time to waste thinking about the right versus wrong right now. Yukinami, are you okay? Does it hurt? I told you, I'm fine. I'm made of tough stuff. Yeah, but there's no way it doesn't hurt. It made me feel awful to see Yukinami put on such a brave face. Given his condition, it made him look a bit pitiful. Be pitiful, Yukinami. It's okay to admit you're in pain, Yukinami. I gazed at him, my voice soft. I didn't want him to act like it was nothing. You think this hurts me? It would sure hurt me if I was in your place. Yukinami examined his arms and body. They were badly scratched up. I don't know. Is this what pain is supposed to be? I wasn't sure. I forgot he was weird and fucked up. He really doesn't understand what pain is. He's not just acting tough. I wonder if it's... Are we on a route yet? Are we on a route yet? No? Okay. My heart sank a little further. Not only was Yukinami oblivious to the pain of others, but to his own pain as well. This is too much. His upbringing in that lab. It's too terrible to think about. A place where his pain was irrelevant. I couldn't even imagine what it was like, but my very soul hurt for Yukinami. I wanted to find out the source of his pain since he couldn't really understand it himself. Yukinami, why didn't you dodge the others when they attacked you back there? Yukinami looked up at me, his face contorting as if he was about to cry. Oh, his sad face. Oh, I remember this because it's got the fucked up foot. What is going on with his foot? Please. Hey, Cirrus. His voice turned soft and started to quiver. I need to turn my back on violence if I want people to love me, right? That's what I'd said to him before he disappeared. Did he take my words literally? Is that why he let himself get beaten? Horrified, I covered my mouth. Oh. Even if the other person gets really mad, you can't use violence, right? I forgot he got upset. You said if I didn't follow that rule, nobody would love me, so I didn't hurt them, not once. But even though I did as you said, his voice was so sad, I wanted to cry. He wanted to see if I was right, so he went out there and refused to fight back, no matter how badly they hurt him. I'd done a bad job explaining things to him. I never thought he'd take me so literally, not to the point where he refused to defend himself. But he tried to do exactly that. This was the result. I was so overwhelmed with sympathy and guilt. He was so childlike and innocent. Okay, so that's the one we clicked before. I guess we'll just click the other one and see what happens. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Yukinami. I didn't do a good job explaining exactly what I meant. I took his hand and apologized, not caring about the blood that smeared on me. Cirrus, why are you apologizing? I mean, you got hurt so badly because of the things I told you. You let them hurt you without fighting back. No. No, you're wrong. None of this is your fault. I only did it because I wanted you. Cringe. I want to know. Do you love me? Yeah, we found the romance route. He gazed right at me, his large eyes brimming with emotion. Yukinami really is innocent. Despite being raised in horrible circumstances, he'd never lost his pure heart. That was the most precious thing about him. Wanting to protect his innocence, I told him the honest truth. Yes, I love you. I love your Stockholm Syndrome. Yukinami's eyes widened. Smile dawned over his battered face. Okay, he does a little baby here, though. Oh, cool. That's the exact reaction I want to a confession. Oh, cool. Cool, thanks. As long as you love me, it was all worth it then. The innocence of his smile warmed my heart. I'll always love you, Yukinami. Seems like you two found a way to pass the time. Hi, Miss Moravia. Yukinami and I stopped grinning at each other long enough to whirl around at the voice behind us. It was Moravia without a single scratch. Moravia, oh, I'm so glad you're alright. That was barely a scrap. Wow, Moravia really is on a different level. The blooms fighting in full force counted as more than a scrap. I wasn't sure how I felt about her saying that. Anyway, I just returned whatever they gave me, unlike a certain someone in the vicinity. Moravia's eyes flicked over to Yukinami, who pouted as if he was annoyed. Yes, queen! Yes, queen! By the way, you two have gotten pretty cozy, haven't you? Got room for one more? Moravia started walking over, but Yukinami cried out. No way! I won't let you have Cirrus! Eat! I squealed in surprise as Yukinami suddenly grabbed hold of me. Huh? Is he trying to hide me from Moravia's line of sight? But he wasn't handling me like a toy this time. He held me carefully, like I was a precious object. But his grip is so strong. I can't hold out for much longer. Nope, I can't take it. He's squeezing too much. Yukinami, you're crushing me. Ah, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Yukinami let go of me in a hurry. His quick reaction was also different from how he acted before. I've got to be kind, right? It feels like the things I was trying to tell him have started to sink in. He was being kinder. His expression was softer too. Hee, thank you. Moravia looked back and forth between the two of us, one eyebrow arched in amusement. What? Yeah. Ah, nothing. I was just thinking how much changed when I wasn't looking. You've really grown up. At any rate, I'm glad to have helped. Thank you so much. You did so much for me, Moravia. Do you hear something? I could hear someone approaching from far away. My body instantly stiffened. The blooms, don't tell me they followed us. I was half panicked, but neither Yukinami nor Moravia seemed bothered by the development. But those footsteps sound like... He came before. It sounds like coming from the direction of Theta. It's coming from Tau. Oh yeah. I looked at the direction Moravia was pointing. Sure enough, that's where the sound was coming from. I could see dust clouds too. There he is, it's Hyuga. Huh? Oh, it's you. What are you doing messing around out here? The new arrival was none other than Hyuga. He had a small herd of vectors behind him. I blinked. I wasn't sure what I was looking at, but I felt the tension drain from me. It's not like we're out here for the fun of it. I thought you were going off to attack Theta. Wow, he majorly understood the situation. That was something they did often, so it was no wonder Hyuga made the assumption. Couldn't find Yuba Yukinami anywhere, so I figured you must have gone off to Theta and rushed after you. He was very slow for rushing. So why are you out here just lazing around? Did you attack already? Are you on your way back? No. We did draw quite near to Theta, but we didn't go there to attack the humans. Huh? Why even bother going to Theta then? Hyuga finally looked at Yukinami, then he saw his wounded state and his eyes widened in surprise. Hey Yukinami! What the heck happened to you? Oh wow, you finally noticed. Thanks for paying attention, I guess. Yukinami pouted. Hyuga shook his head as if that was beside the point. Put a sock in it, you complete mess. Hyuga wasn't just shocked, he was clearly concerned about Yukinami's current state. I thought they were kind of cool on each other, but Hyuga seems really shaken up. Hyuga rounded on Yukinami and started interrogating him. Who did this to you? Was it the blasted Blooms? Talking like a Scooby-Doo villain out here. Well, yeah, now that you mention it. But it's fine. I'm cool. I'm vibing. I'm cool. No, you ain't! Damn it, how dare they? I'm gonna teach them a lesson. Then Hyuga started to run. The herd of Vectors followed suit. Ah, wait, you can't! As I stood and panicked, Moravia reached out and grabbed Hyuga's arm. Hyuga. Moravia yanked Hyuga to a stop. He looked furious at the interruption. Why are you stopping me? You think I'm gonna let them get away with this? What they did to Yukinami? So you would prefer to abandon Yukinami in this state? Just a petty revenge? Get him. What Moravia said made sense, and Hyuga cooled off a little as a result. That's not what I meant. Let's go back to Tao for now. Yukinami needs first aid as soon as possible. Unable to deny the reality of the situation, Hyuga reluctantly nodded. Fine. Hyuga still looked dissatisfied, but he clearly wasn't about to disobey Moravia. But right now, his concern for Yukinami is overriding his desire for revenge. They must be really close after all. Hey, Yukinami, can you stand up? Lean on me. Come on, everyone's making way too much of a fuss. I'm stronger than I look, you know. Guess I could lean on you, though. I do like their friendship, it's pretty cute. Just say so in the first place. Here. I waited for Hyuga and Yukinami to walk off before leaning in to speak quietly to Moravia. Hey, Moravia, listen.
Nani?
What's up? Thanks for that distraction earlier, but what happened with the Blooms? Did you hurt them, or...? I couldn't feel any ill will towards my old allies, though I knew they'd hurt Yukinami. I don't know. I ran off as soon as you got clear. I have no idea what those girls did next. At any rate, I'm sure they're pretty worried about you. I see. Well, that's okay then. They can be worried, that's fine. You're worried about the Blooms? Well, they used to be my allies. Used to be, huh? The way I said that made me depressed. But with everything that's happened, I guess there's no way I'd be allowed to remain a member of the Blooms. Everyone has a reason to regard me as an enemy now. I knew stressing out about it wouldn't do any good, but I couldn't help sighing. Let's get back to town. Yukinami's by far the one who suffered the most from that skirmish. He may be stronger than any human, but he still needs to rest. Right, we'll make sure he's treated straight away. Yukinami turned back to look at us and called out. Cirrus, Moravia, hurry up! Okay, we're coming! And so our homecoming was quite cheerful. I know we did this bit before as well, but I wonder what's going to change. That's not the one I wanted. We're still not on an ending yet. Okay, well, okay then. I was tasked with caring for Yukinami's wounds, so we headed inside after saying goodbye to Hyuga and Moravia. We ran to Liz just as she was coming out of her room. I called out to her. Liz, I'm back. Don't worry about the injured dude. Welcome back. You found Yukinami. Liz stopped, her smile frozen on her face. What happened to Yukinami? All she knew was that I'd gone out to find Yukinami, so seeing him in such a bad shape obviously gave her a shock. Actually, a lot happened. We ran to some of those superheroes for starters. A lot, huh? Truthfully, all that happened was Yukinami was a victim of a one-sided attack, but the detailed story could wait until later. I want to treat his wounds. Is it okay if we use your room? Liz nodded. Of course, let me help you. Are you sure? That would be great. Yukinami, you just sit in that chair. Those wounds need to be disinfected first and foremost. I think I saw some alcohol spray and other stuff in the storage room before. I think my stream died for a second, huh? I think we're back? Question mark? I'm going to assume we are back. Please yell if you can hear me. He had a lot of spare time on my hands, so I got a good look at around the building. I'll be back with everything we need. Liz went in search of supplies, making calculations on her fingers as she went. What's disinfectant? Something we use to get the bad stuff off your body, like germs and other stuff that gets into your wounds. It'll help you heal. Well, I don't think I need anything like that. You do, you're injured pretty badly. Come on, Yukinami, God. Yukinami stared at me, chewing his lip. You're worried about me? I sure am. You think I can look at you in your current state and feel okay about it? You idiot. You were worried about me. Yukinami's expression softened as he stopped complaining about the first aid. Thanks for waiting. Here's the alcohol and the linens. Thanks, we'll get started treating those wounds. Liz and I both worked to patch Yukinami up. Liz did most of the work, even though she has no training. She'd always been good with her hands. As Yukinami watched her work, he mumbled a question. Are you feeling better now? He was looking at Liz. This is the first time he's spoken to her. Liz looked surprised for a moment, and then she grinned with her usual spark. I'm okay now. Now that my body is like this, I actually feel stronger than I was before. I see. I guess you're like one of our allies now, huh? Hearing Yukinami use the word allies made me realize how much he was growing. My efforts with Yukinami weren't wasted after all. If he carries on like this, he'll wind up on a much better path. I was filled with fresh hope. I knew I couldn't leave Yukinami alone now, not when he was finally starting to change for the better. I don't want to see Yukinami attacking humans alongside the Vectors anymore. I think he'll listen to me if I stop him. But after everything that's happened, I can see another fight breaking out if we come into contact with the balloons again. I didn't exactly manage to explain things when I was face to face with them. I wish we could get everything out in the open. Huh. So you're good at baking? Can you bake something for me then? Sure. I'll show you some magic with the stuff you've got lying around this place. While I was lost in thought patching up Yukinami, he took a moment to break the ice with Liz. He's got character development in there. I was very happy to see them getting along. It seemed like a good time to voice some thoughts. I spoke up once I'd finished treating Yukinami. Hey, you two, can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? What's up? They both turned to look at me. I have something I need to ask of you. I remember this bit from before. I think this bit's mostly the same. I think the only bit that was different was like when we picked the dialogue choice, if I'm honest. Yukinami and Liz listened intensely. I think I get it. So you want me to stop attacking humans, right? Right. Do you promise you won't? Even if he refused, I would keep pushing him until he agreed. But I never needed to because he immediately agreed to it. Sure, if that's what you want. I won't attack humans anymore. I want you to love me. Oh, Yukinami. Finally, he and I were on the same page. My heart felt full. Tears burned to my eyes and I wiped them away. Liz watched our exchange intently. Liz would be over here sipping the tea. Yukinami, you love Cirrus? Yeah, I love her. Whoa. Liz was like, finally some fucking good food. Finally. Whoa, not even a moment's hesitation. Love her. Love is the key to world peace. Liz, don't make it weird. Liz's romance radar was on high alert. She was grinning and I started to seriously blush. I guess what I said to Yukinami is a pretty big deal, but it's not as if I'm lying. But it's still kind of embarrassing. I coughed and tried to steer the conversation back. So as I was saying, I'd like to discuss this with Moravia and Yukinami too. I think that does mean Hugo. I don't know if they'll agree, but I feel like I need to at least try talking to them. Let's go right now. It's almost dinner time anyway. I'll lead the way. Come on. Yukinami, you'll make your injuries worse. Please settle down. Liz and I chased after Yukinami as he barged out of the building, oblivious to his injuries. There he goes. Wow, it's completely nighttime now. Wow, there's a starry sky in the night projection. There's a starry night on the sky projection. What a loyal colony, working hard long after all its residents are gone. I recently thought the same thing myself. Come on, this way. How can you be so perky with those wounds? He recovers fast. To be honest, it's not the worst thing about being a Vector. I should know. I'm just glad that you haven't lost anything that makes you Liz. We love Liz. Liz is valid. I got the feeling Liz was only half joking to act tough. That was my bestie, solid as a rock. By the way, Yukinami, where are we going? We'll arrive soon. The others will be there around this time. This is a bop, is what I see. Yukinami was right. After walking for a while, we came across a campfire. Hugo was there preparing dinner. Do you always prep dinner out here? We eat out here too. Moravia likes to eat under the sky, so this is where Hyuga cooks. Huh, I see. I wonder where the food was coming from. I guess the mystery's solved now. It's super hard to cook well over a campfire. It's amazing you can make such great food like that. Moravia stood by Hyuga, excitedly waiting for the meal to be ready. Maybe I'm projecting. It's hard to tell whether she's actually excited or not. But in any case, this is a nice, peaceful scene. I still want a CG for this game. We approach the campfire. Good evening. Can we eat with you tonight? But of course. Hyuga's face was as stony as ever, but he didn't raise any objections. I made some basic introductions since this was Liz's first time meeting them. She started to get along with everyone in no time at all. Moravia, you look like you're pretty excited for dinner. Excited? Me? Yeah, you are, for sure. My impression of Moravia was starting to change a bit. Yukinami, how are your wounds? Totally on the mend. Cirrus and Liz patched me up really good. Hyuga's stiff face softened into a smile when he saw Yukinami's energy. I see. Hyuga, you were super worried about me, right? Huh? Were you? You were, weren't you? Whatever you say. Dinner's ready. Hyuga looked away, ignoring Yukinami's teasing, but from the way he came running over when we met outside earlier, it was obvious he had been worried. Let's eat. At Moravia's casual prompt, we all dug in at the meal. Yukinami, Hyuga, Moravia, Liz, and me. All five of us sat on chairs, enjoying ourselves. I never thought I'd see the day when we all sat down to enjoy a meal together. Liz's natural friendliness soon made everyone warm up to her. The atmosphere was comfortable. It was almost as if we were old friends who'd known each other for a long time. Once we were done eating, I talked to Hyuga and Moravia about the topic I broached to Yukinami and Liz earlier. Hey, Moravia, remember how you once said that I don't know anything? Well, I've learned a lot since then, and I've been doing some hard thinking too. Moravia gazed at me, her warm expression encouraged me to continue. And I found out a lot about Yukinami. I was a bit scared of him at first, but the more I got to know him, I realised his heart is pure. So I'm hoping Yukinami won't attack humans anymore. The Yukinami I got to know since coming here isn't like a Vector who attacks humans mindlessly. He has the heart of a pure human. Yukinami and Liz looked thoughtful, but kept quiet. Hyuga scowled, but he didn't protest. Not like a Vector, eh? That's an interesting conclusion to draw. Yeah, I'm not the coolest girl I once was. We've seen barely any of the plot. You're still completely in the dark. You won't be able to save anyone at this rate. Since coming here, I've recently realised how I've drifted through this life without knowing much. I found out how many things I never knew. About Vectors and about Yukinami. Moravia nodded silently. At first I was only interested in saving Liz, but after finding out so much since coming here, I realised that I want to save Yukinami too. I'm grateful to you, Moravia, for bringing me here. I said my piece, now I had to wait and see how Moravia would take it. After a short silence, Moravia cleared her throat. You help the people around you, regardless of whether they're humans or Vectors. I respect that. So, if you say you want to help Yukinami, then I'll happily assist. Thank you! How do you voice an exclamation mark? Exclamation mark. Thank you! Moravia knew where I was coming from. My body flooded with relief. But are you two going to keep attacking humans, even if Yukinami gives it up? Moravia cocked her head in thought for a few moments. I'll make a call on that once I see how Yukinami gets on. What say you, Hyuga? Moravia turned to Hyuga, who was still scowling at me. Lot of nice words and fancy talk. Maybe it seems that way, but honestly, I think it's the right thing to do, and I won't give up on what I feel is right. I stared back at him with determination. Hyuga looked away, then turned to Yukinami. Yukinami, this is good with you? Yeah, I think what she's saying sounds good, so I won't attack humans anymore. Anyway, spending time with her is so much more fun than bugging humans. I see. Hyuga looked dissatisfied, but he didn't want to commit to stopping his attacks on humans. But I had a feeling that he'd followed Moravia's lead. That's what he tended to do anyway. Unsurprisingly, Moravia didn't commit to an answer, and I wasn't sure what was going on in her mind, but at the same time, I sort of understood. Queen. Moravia and Hyuga will decide for themselves based on what I do next. To forge a better future, I couldn't look back. No matter what path you choose, I made up my own mind. So I'm thinking of going to see the Blooms. I want to let them know that Yukinami will no longer go after humans. Will they believe a word of that? That lot is deaf to reason. I have to tell them whether they believe it or not. I can't move forward otherwise. Besides, I learned to understand Yukinami. It's a mistake to shame and a shame to assume other people can't be reasoned with. To be fair, they couldn't be reasoned with until a very long time. Hyuga looked exasperated. He turned to Moravia, who locked eyes with him. He didn't say anything after that. I'm sure it'll go well. I have to believe. I've got spoilers for future Cirrus in this game because we saw it last time. It doesn't go well, lol. A few days passed since I let Moravia and Hyuga know how I felt. Yukinami, Moravia and I headed off to Theta once again. I want to infiltrate Theta and talk to the Blooms, but it won't be easy. Are you getting nervous? Well, it's just that Theta is protected by a layer of reinforced walls. Getting in is going to be harder than getting out. We always just busted our way through without any major issue though. Oh yeah? Come to think of it, how did you guys always manage to get in? Through the gap. Gap? My question came out as a squeak. I couldn't even imagine a gap in Theta's defenses. Your walls are pretty thick, but they're not impenetrable. Human error is alive and well. Everything you people make has at least one flaw. Anyway, you don't need to worry yourself about getting into Theta this time around. We don't have to sneak in at all. We don't? What does she know? What does she know that I don't? I hope it's nothing too crazy. Apparently my concern was shown because Moravia smiled at me reassuringly. Don't sweat it, leave everything to me. Really? Everything? You heard Moravia, just let her take care of it. You know, I noticed this a while ago, but you always just go with whatever Moravia says, don't you, Yukinami? Of course I do. Moravia's amazing after all. That's not a really great reason, but since they grew up together in a lab, I guess they have a bond that I can't fully comprehend. I do think this bit's different from last time. Yeah, we're on a happy end! Woohoo! Since we're here, why not enjoy the scenery? We're having lovely weather today. Same ruined landscape under the same dead sky. Pretty much the same as it ever was. Maybe it was a matter of perspective, but I elected to take Moravia's advice and not stress over the small details of the plan. So we got some different content. I guess last time was the normal ending, we just like left. So I guess that we're not going to have to leave this time. We walked for a while and then came to a stop in sight of Theta. We walked here this time. It actually felt a lot easier, huh? I saw shapes in the direction of Theta. Are those... so they came. Oh, last time we broke in and spoke to them in there, so it is different. The blooms were dead ahead. What are you doing here? Everyone regarded me with shocked expressions. They apparently hadn't counted on me showing up. I guess Moravia was right when she said we wouldn't even have to sneak in, but how did she call them all the way out here? I still had questions, but this was my chance. Everyone's finally here and in front of me, so I need to make sure I explain everything. Hopefully they'll listen. I walked towards the blooms. Everyone, I'm sorry about earlier. But just as I was about to offer an apologistic bow, a sudden sense of danger blazed through me. Huh? Watch out! Mr. President! Get down! The next thing I knew, Yukinami pulled me to the ground and shielded me with his body. Moravia attacked? Moravia attacked us? No, she's making it look like she's the bad guy. She's gonna do it to help us. No, Moravia. What? That's when I realized Yukinami had protected me. Flustered, I looked to where I was standing just moments before. The ground was now a smoking crater. If Yukinami hadn't protected me, I would have been killed. I gazed at Moravia in amazement. Her eyes were ice cold. She was a completely different person. Why is she serious? The fierce look in her eyes was so dangerous, it made me shudder. What are you doing? Moravia ignored me and took aim again. She released another volley of shots right against me. Stop it! Death to our cries, Moravia kept attacking. Yukinami and I had been completely caught off guard. It took all we had to keep dodging. Damn it! What's wrong with you, Moravia? I could understand why she might attack me, but why was she attacking Yukinami? What's wrong with her? The blooms came running over as shots battered us. Are you alright? Did she backstab you? Kaori! Kaori looked back and forth to Yukinami, who was protecting me, and Moravia, who continued to launch attack after attack. So, is she our enemy right now? What? Well, based on how things look, it's an easy conclusion to draw. I knew something seemed off with you and Yukinami the other day. That's when I started to catch on to what Moravia was actually up to. Yes, this is all an act. If she pretends to be everyone's enemy, including Yukinami's, the blooms would be more likely to accept us. That made sense. It also meant I had to do my part and play along, so I leaned in to speak to Yukinami quietly. You trust Moravia, right, Yukinami? Of course I do. Oh, they're friends. I do like the friendship between all the villains. They're nice. Yukinami didn't hesitate for a second. Then we have to go along with this thing she's doing, alright? That means we have to fight Moravia. Yukinami looked shocked for a moment, but he nodded. It seemed he figured it out as well. Got it. I turned to face the blooms. Everyone, please lend me your strength. Yukinami and I can't do this alone. Even if they still doubted me, it was clear that Moravia was a much more immediate threat. That was much undeniable. Alright, I don't know what's going on with you, but it's clear we need to work together if we want to take down Moravia. I'm still sore about you attacking us the other day, but I'm fine with lending a hand in this instance. I'll explain everything behind that later. I'm really sorry. It's just water under the bridge. Let's do this. Moravia is not to be underestimated. Stay sharp. You can all rush at me at the same time if you want. It'll make absolutely no difference, Queen. Ah! Moravia didn't hold back her attacks for a moment. I was worried that I misunderstood her plan after all. Everyone, scatter! On my mark, go for a coordinated attack! We dispersed as Kaori commanded, putting a distance between us and Moravia. Moravia paused, unsure of where to aim her attacks. Now! Kill! Ah! We attacked Moravia as one. She staggered. We took a chance to hit her even harder. I laid into her alongside Yukinami and the Blooms, all 6 of us with our unique skills. Despite her boast, even Moravia couldn't hold up for long against 6 fighters. Nope, not a fan of this at all. Peace out. Moravia knows when to leave. Moravia turned and immediately fled from the scene. Hey, return here at once! Everyone started to chase after Moravia, but I called them back. Everyone, wait! They all stopped, then they turned to look at me. Please, just listen for a minute. I'll explain everything. Hopefully that will clear up the doubts you all have. As if we've got to go after her. Even if we chase now, we've got no chance. Moravia had completely faded out of sight. Moravia is amazing as always. The Blooms walked back over to me as I gazed at The Blooms walked back over to me as I gazed at Moravia, deeply impressed. Moravia's long gone now. You're going to explain everything now, correct? Tell me what happened here. Yeah, first let me apologise. I shouldn't have left without saying anything to you all. And that's what happened earlier. I bowed in Haruka's direction. I'm sorry, Haruka. I guess I shocked you, huh? I was surprised to say the least. But you seem pretty remorseful, so no hard feelings. We tried to kill each other, but it's fine now, bestie. Wow, you're being surprisingly nice. What do you mean by surprisingly? Nah, you two. There's no need for that. I breathed a sigh of relief. It appeared I had earned Haruka's forgiveness. More importantly, let's hear your story. Then we'll see what happens next. I'll start from the beginning. First off, the reason I had to leave theatre in such a hurry was because... ... I explained how I teamed up with Yukinami and the others in order to save Liz. Then I told them everything I'd learned and experienced in the Vector colony of Tau. I told them about Yukinami and his recent growth. Finally, I told them about the Vectors and how they were all once human before they turned. Half of the balloons didn't seem very shocked, while Senna and Mokka were taken aback. Kaori and Haruka hardly blinked. Did those two already know? I bet Moravia was one of them and got turned into a Vector. That's my game theory. I left out the part about Rio helping us, since adding other players would complicate things. Still, I still wasn't sure who Rio was working for or why. I didn't want to say some half-truth that would just add confusion to the whole situation. When I finished, the Blooms all remained silent, clearly sorting out their own thoughts. Then Kaori looked at Yukinami. Yukinami, you were born in a lab, right? Yep. Yukinami's short reply seemed to satisfy Kaori. At the very least, she didn't dig into the issue any further. I feel like Yukinami is one of us. He also had superpowers, but the difference is that the balloons want to protect humans while Yukinami joined the Vectors who attacks them. Maybe our roles would have been reversed if our upbringing had been similar to his, or vice versa. I understand what you're getting at here. If our paths have been a little different, yes, I understand that all too well. Yeah. They definitely have a history with Moravia, I think. Kaori and Haruka seemed to know what was going on better than any of us, or so I thought after observing their exchange. But I better not ask them for any specifics right now. Maybe later when things calm down a bit. Kaori spoke up again while I was thinking. So, you want to set Yukinami on the right path? Well, kind of. More like, I want you to know that Yukinami has agreed not to attack humans anymore. Even if Yukinami doesn't, what about the others? They'll carry on, won't they? Indeed. Look at Moravia. She just attacked us. Yukinami broke the silence to add his 2 cents. I think that might have been an act.
Huh?
What? An act? Whatever do you mean? I think she attacked on purpose to give our sides a reason to come together and talk to each other. So, she played the bad guy so we could bond while fighting her off? Moravia. My, she certainly didn't seem like she was holding back, because she wasn't. Wasn't half as hard as Moravia can hit for real, right, Yukinami? Yeah, those are baby attacks. Baby attacks for babies. But she really did take you by surprise, and she couldn't really tell us the plan beforehand. Moravia's attacks had been fierce, but Yukinami was right. It wasn't her full power. If it had been, none of us would have been left standing. So everything she did was an act? Yukinami and I nodded. The others seemed to recoil slightly. Yikes. Yeah, you're probably not going to believe this, but she's very considerate of her friends. She's really well liked among the Vectors. Oh yeah, Moravia's #1 for sure. The Blooms all exchanged glances and then they shrugged and nodded. Well, if you can still say that after she attacked you, then who am I to judge? Kaori's kind of head empty, I do appreciate it. Yukinami aside though, do you think the others will stop attacking humans too? Well, that depends on me and Yukinami. They said they'll decide after seeing how we manage things going forward. Moravia and Hugo will probably stop if they see Yukinami getting along with humans. Hugo? So there's someone else beside Moravia? And they're willing to cease her attacks too? I'll take care of Hugo. I'll kill Hugo! There was no trace of Yukinami's childlike nature when he spoke. His jaw was set and his face serious. He looked every bit like an adult. Based on what I'd seen of Hugo and Yukinami, I could tell that they shared a deep friendship. Hugo cares a lot for Yukinami and seems to respect what he thinks. It should be okay to let those two sort things out themselves. Yukinami, you'll handle Hugo then? Leave it to me. I'm the one who took him home. I mean, saved him. So if I tell him not to do something, he'll listen to what I say. Though, if Moravia stops, I think Hugo will probably follow suit anyway. None of that is certain though, is it? I'm simply not sure we can trust you. Yeah, but to be fair, there's a lot we don't know about the Vectors. I feel like they've told us what they told us makes sense so far. Maybe we can try trusting them for a bit. Nice friends. Well, I still feel conflicted, to be honest. Maybe they're just hiding the truth of manipulating us. The girl seems very distrustful. Not surprising, considering they're likely to be used. But even so, they don't seem dispirited. Instead, the commander knows all about this, huh? Let's question him and see what he says. Oh, I got some words for him, believe me. Kill, Mocha, kill! Yukinami recoiled slightly at the bloom's blossoming rage. Wow, the blooms are more bloodthirsty than I have ever imagined. They're not always like this, I promise. We need to talk things out, but before we give the commander what for. The other blooms took Kaori's advice and calmed down. Now their resolve was fortified with a common goal. Thank you, everyone. I'll make sure to get through to Moravia. It wasn't going to be easy, but I also knew that it wasn't an impossible task. I was afraid of Yukinami at first, and look at how close we are now. With that, we decided to part for the day. Yukinami and I headed back to Tao. Oh, so we're just like still living in Tao, huh? This ending is like way longer than I thought it was. It's still going. We arrived after a long walk and found Moravia already there. Welcome back, you two. How did it go? We're home. It went well thanks to your help. I was able to talk things over with the blooms. I could see the good for you in Moravia's smile. Still, there was something I couldn't help but raise a small protest about from earlier. By the way, Moravia, it did kind of freak me out when you attacked us out of the blue. Yes, same. I thought you were serious at first. Oh good, that explains why you did such a great job with your acting. I guess so, but if you have to pull a trick like that again, maybe give her a heads up first. Moravia threw her head back and let out a hearty laugh. You'd let your guard down if I did that, and then the blooms would see right through the act. And if the balloons had caught on, it would have blown any chance you had of them trusting you. I guess you're right. I wasn't a very good actor. I couldn't tell convincing lies. If I'd known about the plan, I'm sure I would have stumbled. I knew that Yukinami would take care of you, so I let myself go a little wild. It all worked out in the end, right? Yukinami puffed out his chest in response. Of course, I'll always protect Cirrus. Your instincts are as sharp as ever, Moravia. Aw, you flatter me. I feel like I've been manipulated. Still, Moravia's quick thinking gave me a chance to explain myself to the blooms. All's well that ends well, I guess. A few days after meeting outside theatre, someone wanted to see me. Who is it, Yukinami? You'll find out when you find out. Despite my badgering, Yukinami wouldn't spill the beans. Everything was under wraps. Who'd recruit Yukinami as a messenger, though? I can't think of many people. Maybe it was Moravia? If that's the case, what's with all the secrecy? Oh look! That flower was only budding yesterday, but now it's in full bloom! I looked over and sure enough, the flower was flourishing. It's blooming nicely. Will this flower make seeds too? Can we make the flower bed after all? Yes, I'll make one together. Yay! He can't wait. We chatted as we walked, but it was still very curious about who wanted to see me. Doesn't seem like we're leaving town. Whoever it is, I guess they live here. We see that house in the background. I guess they live here. I wasn't particularly worried either way. Yukinami and I walked along at a leisurely pace. Here we are. Here? Yukinami brought me to the house of the professor, the former researcher. Are you sure this is the right place? I mean... This is where the researcher lives, right? I know all about that. He wants to see you. So it was someone who lived in town after all, but I wouldn't never expect it would be the professor. Is he gonna tell me he's his uncle? He's my uncle? The professor had asked Yukinami to fetch me, but given his past, Yukinami must surely hate him. Yukinami caught sight of the confusion on my face and decided to clear things up. Just so you know, he never did anything bad to me, so he gets a pass. Barely. I hate all researchers, but bringing you here is all for your own benefit, so I agreed to do it. Yukinami's expression was serious, but his voice was tender, my heart filled with warmth. Yukinami pushed past his own discomfort because he was thinking of my well-being. It was a little surprising, but Yukinami's gesture touched me. Alright, thanks for bringing me then. No problem, in we go! Sorry, I keep pausing to have little sips. Keeping hydrated. Hey, I bought a... hello both of you. Hello, sorry to barge in like this. The professor offered us a seat before bringing out some hot tea. I heard you wanted to speak with me, Professor. Yes, there's something I want to show you. Take a look at this. The professor showed me a tablet screen. Displaying on its glowing surface was an email. What's this email, huh? Oh my god, is it an email that I have sent to you because you are my uncle? Now I can see the email. It was addressed to me. The sender was Masaki Kuramori, the commander. What? Oh, it is not what I expected it to be. I can't explain the details right now, but Masaki worked under me when I was in the research lab. We still keep in contact over email, even now. The professor explained that the commander was once an important researcher. But the professor quit after a certain event occurred, and the commander followed suit. Wow, I had no idea. So, the commander had a colourful past too. If he was just the professor's subordinate back then, just who is the professor exactly? There was clearly more to this story, but I had the feeling I'd find out in due time. For the moment, I focused on scanning the email. Let's see, it's been a while. I heard from Kara and the others. After a succinct introduction, the email went to say a whole bunch of things. About the professor being once his superior, how the professor had told him about me, about how the Vectors were once human beings, and about how awful he felt bottling up the truth. It's hard to trust the commander after he kept the truth about Liz hidden from me. That said, as a commander, his hands must have been tied. No doubt that he had answers to the higher-ups before talking to me. The thought made me feel a bit less hostile towards the commander. Are you done reading yet? I'm bored! Yukinami suddenly spoke up. He was clearly getting bored and impatient. Sorry, almost. I continued reading. I know I had to hold so much back from you, but I was still surprised to hear you'd gone to the Vector side of your own violation. Still, I knew and anticipated that you had the ability to bring about a significant change. But asking a child to do what I can't, some adult I am. So, at the very least, let me give you a helping hand, whenever or whatever you need it. If you manage to make a life with Yukinami, it may lead to a future where humans and Vectors no longer need to fight each other. I want to give you something to help you take the first step towards making that hope a reality. I initially thought the email ended there, but it actually went on a bit longer. P.S. You're still an official member of the Balloons. Please never forget that you have true friends among us. I guess I haven't been fired. True friends, huh? I felt a bit balled up, but also a little embarrassed. Overall, I felt happy. But what's this thing he wants to give me? There's another email. Take a look at it. The professor showed me another email that was far more official looking than the first. Dates, times, locations. Oh, and a map too. Professor, what's this? You know how that goods are transported between colonies? Albeit on a rather infrequent basis. Yeah, I remember learning it at the academy. The colonies all trade back and forth for materials and resources, right? Oh. The information you're looking at is the date and time and route for the next supply convoy. The professor explained that these convoys were often attacked en route by vectors. They did use weapons for protection, but as the vector population kept increasing, it was getting hard to keep them at bay. Are there really that many vectors living in the wild in addition to the ones here? Yeah, some have kind of gotten lost out there. Yukinami spoke up, breaking his silent spell. Moravia can't keep every single one under the control, you know. Sometimes they wander off and go rogue in the wilderness. They turn into little creatures in the wild. And those vectors are attacking the convoys. Exactly. That's why Masaki wants you two to protect the supply convoys. Protect them, huh? So that's what the commander wanted to give me. If Yukinami and I work together to protect the convoys as a human and a vector, it'll prove that the two species can work together. But will protecting the convoys from vectors involve killing them? The professor noticed the concern on my face. There's no need to kill the vectors. It'll be enough for you to guide them back to the colony. Piece of cake. If we can get the vectors back here, Moravia can handle them. After all, she managed to train me. I see, so we just need to redirect them. It would be an ideal way to prove that humans and vectors don't need to fight. Plus, it would be a great way to keep Yukinami busy. I wonder if I should do it. I think this is an option that would lead to a better result than anything we tried so far. Yukinami, do you want to give it a go? As I turned to get Yukinami's opinion, a grin lit up on his face like the sun on a cloudy day. I'll do it if you do. He's such a child. Okay. And with that, Yukinami and I accepted the job from the commander. We would head out in the indicated time and place designated in the email. A few days passed since we got our task from the commander. It was finally time to get to work. Is the place very far from here? Oh. This OST is a bit of a banger. Yeah, that's why we're heading out so early. It'll be pretty bad if we miss our rendezvous with the colony. I'm sad that we'll be apart for a while, but I know you'll do great. I'll be praying for your safety. Thanks, Liz. Well, Yukinami, shall we be off? Before we go, you have to transform, right? Oh, right. Thanks for remembering. I remember everything there is to remember about you. I've changed, but Yukinami has changed more. At first, Yukinami viewed my necessity transforming at this. I can't read. This is it. I'm done. Yukinami viewed my necessary transformation as a sign of human weakness. I think that's just worded badly. But now he seems to respect and understand the process. It made me happy to Yukinami was looking out for me. We left the colony. Not long after, I suddenly sensed someone behind us. I turned to see Moravia and Hugo coming our way. Hugo's so pouty. Heading out? Yeah, thank you for all you've done for me and for helping me out the other day. I just wanted to give you two a head start on a good future. She's so nice! Moravia smiled brightly, but Hugo looked as sullen as ever. I still think you two are wasting your time and energy on this silly little initiative of yours. Still, Hugo made no attempts to stop us. I sensed that it was because he truly wanted us to succeed, not because he'd been hidden from interfering. He'd been forbidden from interfering. He expected big things from us too. Hugo, don't forget what I told you. No attacking humans. You got that? For crying out loud. He's funny. He's a funny little guy. What's that? I can't hear you. Aye, Captain. I said, all right. There, loud enough, damn it. Just as long as we're on the same page. What are you damning though? These two sure make an odd couple. Moravia, you'll hold off on attacking humans too, right? I'll mind my own business and cross that bridge if the situation requires it. She speaks like a politician. So in other words, you're not sure yet. Of course I'm not sure yet. You two still need to prove yourselves, right? And we will. Just watch us. I shot Moravia a determined look, which she returned without blinking even once. Well then, we're off. Please take care of Liz. We'll be back soon enough, and I'll figure we'll have some way to stray vectors and... Ugh. I have lost all ability to read. And I figure we'll have some stray vectors in tow. We'll be waiting. Do your best, you two. Moravia and Hugo stood to watch us as we put the colony of Tau behind us. I'm really struggling. My brain is dead. This ending's way longer than the normal ending as well. I don't know if we're gonna have time to start another route. A few hours after leaving the colony, Yukinami had found a spot to take cover and wait. The convoy should be passing soon, right? Yes, according to the commander's email, this is usually where the vectors converge. The convoy should pass us at any minute. I don't see any vectors though. I wonder if there aren't many here at all. Oh, they're hanging around, for sure. I can feel their presence. Yukinami, you can sense them? Sure. It's easy if you go by their scent and tracks. I sniff the air for myself as I scan the ground for footprints. I can't see or smell a thing. You're really something else, Yukinami. He's so feral. He compliments are the best. Yukinami turned his delighted grin to me. But I think you're way more amazing than me. Why do you say that? I mean, I've learned so much from you. About kindness and how it feels to love someone. And you showed me that vectors and humans don't have to be enemies. No one's ever pulled that off. You're incredible. Thank you, Yukinami. Thank you for recognizing how amazing I am. Do you really think so? Yukinami's shower of praise made me blush. How it feels to love someone, huh? Hearing him use that word again makes my heartbeat go really fast. Oops, I don't know why I wonder. I need to focus on the task at hand. We waited for a bit longer before Yukinami spotted something on the horizon. They're coming. I barraged Yukinami with questions as I turned to look in the same direction. Do you see the convoy or the vectors? Both. It looks like the vector sensed the colony, the convoy, and are headed over. I strain my eyes. I can make out the outline of the convoy and silhouettes of several vectors closing in. Alright, that's our cue. Roger! Yukinami and I merged my cover and dashed over to the convoy. We were able to reach it before the vectors and went to stand between them and the convoy. Stop now! We won't let you harm the guards. You shall not pass! Our sudden arrival clearly startled the vectors. They barked, surprised. Now we just have to keep them distracted. Kind of like how Moravia threw those stones at the blooms. I think I practiced the move enough times on our journey here. If I'm careful, I should be able to use my powers to stop them without hurting them. We now had the vectors' full attention, but they were too surprised to attack. They'd completely forgotten about the convoy. Now they're only interested in us. Our plan worked perfectly. Let's round these fellows up and send the convoy on its way. Yukinami, take charge of the vectors for a second. Oh, but try not to harm them, okay? Will do. I dashed over to speak to the guards. They've got that weird red and blue thing on their sleeves as well. Like the sky. Like our MC's colour scheme. Much to think about. You probably guessed by now, but we're here to protect the convoy. Yes, we heard about you. The guards sounded pretty rattled over the vector's unwelcome visit, so I tried to keep my voice as calm and soothing as possible. We'll take the vectors from here. You should be able to slip away without a problem. Right. Thanks for the help. Well then, goodbye and good luck. Wait. Just as I turned to go, one of them called me back. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate what both you did for us here. The convoy continued on its way. The vectors made no attempt to follow it. They were only interested in us now. I looked at Yukinami. He was elated, but his eyes were filled with tears. This is cute, actually. This is a nice little art. Nice. They thanked us. Yeah, they sure did. Yukinami and I exchanged big grins. No humans ever thanked me before. This is nice. I look forward to hearing it a lot from now on. Really? The joy lit up Yukinami's eyes made me feel confident I'd taken the right path. I wanted to say as much to Yukinami, but all I could think to do was smile. Really, from this day on, you're going to have a life full of smiles where everyone appreciates you. And you'll be at my side? Of course, together, our future is going to be great. I just know it. I gently took Yukinami's hand in mine. Yukinami looked at his hand, surprised, then he squeezed mine in his. Cringe. I love you, Cirrus. And are you, Yukinami? The warmth of Yukinami's hand in mine was like a promise for a happy future together. Fade to white. Top secret. Yukinami's investigation has been unlocked in reports. Okay. That was cute though. Yeah, I want to go to the album. I think we should have all the we're still missing some CGs, what the fuck? I guess we're still missing an ending. Yeah, Chucky-kun, thank you! We did it, we got to an ending. This CG is so cute. No, it's pretty, I like it. Look at them! They're nice. This one's really pretty. Excuse me. Alright, so I think for today we're not going to do the other Yukinami one because quite frankly I'm sick of him now. I want him gone. Yeah, they're cute. Yeah, I want Yukinami gone now. So I kind of want to try and get on a hero one. Would it let me? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, I guess. Because my stats will be messed up, won't they? Or not, it just keeps them at 0, I guess. How do I do the... How do I work this game? I do not know. I assume I'd be able to go to the flood chart and like change it. We've only done 13% of the game. Ah! This is the start. Alright, I think if we go to the start, I'm sure there's like a skip button. Oh, what is love version? What love vision? Button. Skip mode. So yeah, it's gonna take a mad long time to 100% this game. That's what like light novels are like VNs are like, aren't they? They're like, there's so much content in there. I'm wondering if I can like, because we saw all this before, right? So we don't want to see this again. Oh, look at all those characters. Those characters that we have barely seen because we went to the villain route. It's fine. I'm wondering if like this is the right thing to do or if I should go further through. Because like I'm worried it's just gonna like chuck us on the bad end if we don't have any points is the thing. You know what? Fuck it, let's try it. Let's try it, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I saw Moravia, the Whammon, and I had to go see her again. But then it took me on Yukinami's route, so here we are. But it's fine. We got to see more Moravia. Right, so last time, like the one thing I do like, it puts the option you picked before in green. So what vectors deserve this world? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess this one will be like the hero answer. Give us some hero points. I don't know what that was good or bad. I think I might get the bad ending. I think she might attack or kill. But I think the answer is obviously humans. She basically asked who should have the word, the vectors or humans. And this is the answer she really will not like. Well, I think the answer is obviously humans. Humans didn't do anything wrong, and vectors attack indiscriminately. I seriously can't think of anything that suggests vectors are more deserving of this world than humans. Vectors attack humans. Oh, I want to skip mode still. Oh no. Oops. Well. Goodbye. So. She said some dialogue and left. Is there... Normally you can find like a... I thought normally you can find like a script of what's been said previously, but I guess not. So I guess I'll just never find out what she said there. I mean, you know, no, it's fine. It's fine. In our hearts, we know Moravia said that she loved us. That's definitely what happened. The wind died down and the girl was no longer standing next to me. Bye, Moravia. You sure took your time. Did you take the scenic route? Damn, it's been a long time since we've seen you, Commander. I wonder if she flew off with an umbrella. That would be so cute. She Mary Poppins it and gets out a little umbrella and just like goes away. Like, goodbye. Did you take the scenic route? Everyone was assembled in the command center. No, I was just in the courtyard. What should I say? I should probably tell them about my encounter, but somehow it doesn't seem like it was real. The girl's aura was so vague and indistinct. It was like talking to a dream. It was like talking to Mary Poppins herself. Well, no matter. More importantly, let me explain why I called you all here. The topic switched before I could decide what to say. This isn't about a fight or anything. We've had a call from the research district. The higher-ups want to see your faces. You still haven't been introduced, right? Let's go and get you acquainted. No fight. Ugh. Might as well go home. Seconded. Oh, I did miss all these like blooms moments, you know. They're cute. I like them. I will definitely pass. I am inclined to agree. This is exactly why I didn't tell you earlier. Let's just go over and get this done. And then you will be good for another 6 months. Everyone seems really reluctant. What are these higher-ups like? I mean, it was obvious he was a traitor, but now I'm like, you. You bad. Alright then, Ryo. Can you do the way? As for you, I'll keep you company. That's it. This is your first... What is that word they've made there? This is your first time, so you could use the moral support. Oh yes, thank you very much. He's very sus. Do you know what we're gonna do? I think Yukinami deserves to be free from gay baby jail. We'll put him here for now. I might make a little area on the overlay where I can stick the completed boys. The commander's gallant gesture helped me ease my hesitation. I resolved to give the meeting my best effort. Hello, we've been waiting for you. Sussy bad lad. I mean, like, if the boy ain't sussy, what's the point, you know? Kari, Haruka, you're looking well. Hi. You all haven't changed much. Senna and Mocha seem in fine form too. Are you accustomed to battle now? Yes, very. Turns out people can adapt to anything. They all look really uncomfortable, but the researchers seem friendly enough. What's with all the negativity? Hello there, Mr. Kuramori. Is that the new recruit you mentioned? So what power is at her disposal? I'd love the chance to analyze it properly. Yikes, I'm being studied. The researchers were all staring at me. I inadvertently looked down to avoid their gaze, but I felt someone step in front of me. Commander! Oh, I'm thrown off because it's been weeks since we've seen this man, you know? Yeah, so I think we'll see where, like, this gets us, like, doing this route. And if it doesn't get us onto any route, I'll work out some routes off stream so we can just, like, view boys on stream, you know? It is boy viewing hours. I raised my head and I saw his body shielding me from researchers' stares. I sighed with relief at his second gallant gesture of the day. Oh, slow down, King. That's way too many.
Yeah.
Maybe because you didn't see the eyes. Yeah, I'm sorry, they're too side character for them to have eyes. You can only have eyes if you're a main character in this game. Well, we haven't confirmed anything yet. Shouldn't we wait until our power is established before we analyze her? Really? But anyway, another time, eh? Why not analyze Kara and the others first? I'll keep my eye on the new recruit for now. I was like dead sussy of the commander the first route, but like after the last ending, I feel like he's not as bad as I thought he was. He's still sussy as fuck, like, don't get me wrong, like, he's still a sussy little man. But like, I feel like he's in a sussy situation, but he wants to be a good boy. That's my analysis of the situation. We don't have the luxury of time. Prepare to analyze the brainwaves of the others. Scan their brains now! Right away. Did the commander cover for me? The other girls seem to hate this. I think I'm starting to get why they don't want to come. Actually, that option we clicked earlier. Oh, it gave us hero points. Okay, so we do have some hero points. I still don't know what, like, puts you on the different boys' routes, though. Maybe it's how much points you have. I don't know. Did the commander... Oh, wait. Alright, this one. Lab time. Over. 2 hours later. I guess that's all the tests for now. I'm beyond tired. I was spared the in-depth studies, but they still recorded my height, weight, and so on. Just a little health check. I still feel like a lab rat. You felt like a rat? I'm so jealous. Oh no, they want to learn. Yeah, that are secrets, thank you. We don't know our own secrets, but that's fine. I enjoyed the route, but I think we learned a lot about the vectors and them, but in terms of like the plot of our character and then like the plot of the city we live in, we learn like basically nothing. I want to know more. Commander, what's going on? Let me guess. Yeah, a vector's been spotted. All members are mobilized. I'm sure we read this bit before. I think I'm gonna skip through this bit because I think they do this attack and then I think is the big vector attack after this. Oh, I guess this is the banger OST though. I remember this fight. Oh, this is when like... This is the first time... Yeah, I remember this bit. This is the first time we saw them all. This is the first time we saw this CG. Miss Moravia. Welcome, welcome. It's the guns still super make me laugh though. Like, it's so funny in like this game full of like magic powers and like Yukinami with his incredibly long fingernails. That this guy literally just like, and I have my gun. It's so funny. Anyways, we've seen this before. Because I don't want to go through the whole, the gunshots. Okay, we're gonna attack the vectors. Let's turn off skip mode. Let's get some hero points in the bank. That girl is concerning, to say the least, but taking down the vectors comes first. Give me your hand, Haruka. I'll use augment. Roger. I still like can't help but notice they've all got the that like little motif on them. So like the little like DNA twisty motif thing that's like red and blue. Like Haruka has it on her earrings, and I think the other girls have it on like their hair ties. And then the researchers all have that like red and blue DNA thing as well. And our character's like red and blue also. It's like, and the sky's that fucked up red and blue color as well. Much to think about. There's too many. I know enough about an anime game to know that same colors means there's something going on there, you know? Did we take care of them all? With one last punch to a vector, I looked up at Caelum and the others. They just finished up, meaning the vector threat had been quelled. It looks like we're done here. That weird trio is nowhere to be found, though. You're right, they must have run off. No, Moravia, come back! Moravia! I guess we let them get away. Sorry, I had my eye on them, but I was too busy fighting to chase after. I do think Mocha is so cute. Yeah, so like Mocha's got it like 2 on her little braids, and Kari has it on her like hair tie at the top. I'm sure Senna's are in her like her amazing drills. The vectors kept me occupied as well. Oh, I've just noticed like Senna also has like the design of her dress is quite like DNA swirls, like the neckline and then like the skirt bit. It's very like the DNA swirls. They use symbols in here. There's something to these designs. We were completely cornered. We're lucky that we drew. I'm trying to like, I'm like, what else is going on in these designs? I mean, Kaori also has that weird like DNA kind of stuff going on. Thinking, much to think about. I'm like trying so hard to try and guess some of this plot before it's revealed, but like it's so difficult because I have no idea where this is heading. Like I wasn't expecting the vectors to be like humans and stuff, so obviously there's some like human experimentation going on, right? Because there's no way that like the vectors were a natural thing that happened. Ugh, I don't know what's going on. Where are they taking this? That's impossible. We cannot be defeated. But they did get away. If they overrun us again, it could be trouble. No. Anyway, let's withdraw for now. The commander wants us back too. Alright, I'm sure we've seen this before as well. I'm gonna... Sorry I keep like skipping, but I also cannot speak for the amount of words that is to read something again, you know? I did not word that very well. This is getting intense. Yeah, like there's... Yep. I think there's a whole lot of like converging plots going on here. Like this was the bit when like we promised to go out to the cafe with Liz for her birthday. And then there's more and more attacks ramping up from the vectors. And basically we get the intel that there's gonna be a big attack at some point. And then there's like the big attack on the school. And you tell Liz to not go to the cafe, but she goes anyway, and she gets attacked by the vectors. And this is when we're like trying to evacuate everyone from the school. And we did that I'm worried about Liz, which I guess because it was selfish, it counted for villain points. So as much as I care Liz so much, we're gonna go for the I think she'll be fine. Spoiler, she won't be fine. I have to get a hold of myself. I'm sure Liz found shelter somewhere. But what if the Vectors find her hiding spot? Yeah, so Liz has gone out the school, and we presume she's gone to the cafe for her birthday. And last route we like went to look for her at the shopping district, and we got like really hurt. And Liz also got hurt. And then she got taken to the hospital and we couldn't find her anywhere. My heart is heavy with foreboding. I started running at top speed. Sorry, Liz. I love you, girl. I love you, queen. We do love Liz, but also it's time to be a superhero this time around, you know? You know that feeling when you got to let down your friends because it's time to be a superhero? Yeah, that. I figured it was better to stick with everyone rather than go it alone. Then I wandered into the courtyard. The Blues will probably be at the command center. I was just about to set off towards the chem lab when someone called out to me. I turned to see who it was. There you are! I've been looking all over for you. Oh, Kaori, Haruka, were you helping everyone evacuate? Correct. Most of the students have left, so we're going to fight the Vectors outside. Come on! I was just thinking the same thing. Any student still trying to get home could still get attacked. My thoughts exactly. Senna and Mocha are on their way too. You better transform too. Henshin! Roger that. Little henshin. Senna and Mocha showed up right as I transformed. We're here! Let's move. The thing is, I am a sucker for the colour mint. So Mocha kind of is like directly attacking me just a little bit. Just a touch. We all nodded to each other then hurried out of the academy. The route from the school looked completely different to how I remembered it. How awful. Did the Vectors do this? Anyone who came this way would have gotten seriously hurt. Fortunately, the path was clear and there wasn't a Vector in sight either. But there clearly was a Vector here. Strange, when I looked out the window earlier, I thought I saw them coming towards the academy. Really? Do you think they've gone to the residential district? We'd hear a lot more noise if they had. Ooh, that's morbid. That's right. I know it says any around here. Maybe they've already moved to the financial district. Let's go. Right behind you. Yeah, this is where we went straight to this bit by ourselves before to try and find Liz. Well, how are our hero points doing? Oh, that's a lot of hero. The financial district lay in ruins. Its building on the verge of collapse on the Vector's rampage. A ferocious roar sounded in the distance. That way! I started off in the direction Mocha indicated, but then Senna suddenly cried out. There are injured people over here! Ah! No! Not again! Not again! I found multiple people lying on the ground. They'd clearly been attacked by the Vectors. The sight of their bloody wounds made me want to turn away, but then I realised one of them looked familiar. Liz! It can't be. I blinked several times, unable to comprehend what was in front of me, but that wouldn't change the reality. Liz! No! Not again. I ran over to Liz and tried to pull her up. When I wrapped my arms around her, I felt something wet on her back. They're just sleeping, yeah. You have a nice little nap, Liz. It's fine. I've got some ketchup stains on you. What are you doing here? You said you were going back to the dorm. It's cake. She's got strawberry cake on her. It didn't feel real. Her clammy hands, her pale face, all of it. Even my own cry sounded faded and far away. Questions about how and why this happened swirled in my head until I felt someone's firm grip on my shoulder. Kaori. Get back, we've got company. I followed Kaori's line of sight and I saw the three silhouettes standing down the street. His guns get me every time. Like him holding his guns like that. It's very funny. That's Moravia, Hugo, and Yukinami, right? Then Liz was. They controlled the vectors that did this to her. Once I realized that, rage began bubbling up inside me. We'll go after them. You can catch her once you've had a minute. Kaori's so nice. Kaori really cares about us, actually. She's always so considerate. No, Liz, don't go. Hold on, Liz. Kaori must have figured from my reaction that Liz was someone important to me. She didn't try to hurry me along, but rather showed concern with those words before taking off after Moravia and the others. The vectors might be attacking more people by now. Kaori, best girl. Kaori's so cute though. She's very like what? How do I describe it? Like the straightforward type. Like she doesn't seem to be have enough brain cells to do anything else. That's my opinion though. I could be wrong. I don't know the hero girls very well at the moment. I know I have to go, but I can't leave Liz all by herself. Right when I thought that. Oh, wait, he didn't come to help before. Oh wait, this is sad now. I feel bad for not trusting him. I'm too late. Commander! The commander had come to help us even though he rarely left the command center. His face had gone completely pale. This is what I warned them about. Yeah, get angry, get mad, get even. His voice was rough with pain. His usual cool demeanor shattered. I knew he was upset, but we had to get a handle on the situation. Sad, I know. Everyone's sad. This is what, like, this scene was basically what drove me to the villain route the other time, because I was like, Liz, no, save Liz, Liz. So, as much as it pains me to leave Liz behind, we have to do the hero route this time. Commander, we must tend to the wounded. They're still alive. Please help me. Liz is alive. She may be unconscious, but she's still warm and breathing. We just need to get her treated. We didn't make it in time for the attack, but we can take her to the hospital, right? Oh, now we know what we know. Last route we find out anyone who is attacked by a vector will turn into a vector. So, like, he's like, oh no, she's not going to be okay though, but I don't want to say nothing. I entreated him with all the urgency I could muster, but the commander didn't respond. Just as I was beginning to feel frustrated, Ryo stepped out from behind the commander. I've already called for help. Thank goodness, that means they'll be treated soon. Right. Everyone else knows but me. Ryo was acting strange as well, but I was so worried about Liz that I just felt relieved to hear that help was on the way. I should have gotten here sooner. A deep regret replaced the relief I'd felt. The commander looked at me. The responsibility lies with us adults. We delayed issuing our alarm here because of the first vectors that were going to the academy. If this is the adults' fault, then where does that leave us? The others were still fighting, and someone else out there could be hurt. Liz will become an old yellow baby. I know, like the big like puppies are the vectors. Like the last route, basically we went to Moravia, just like begged her to help, and she basically used some sort of I think it was some sort of medicine or something on her, and it basically turned her into like a half vector thing, which is like what those three are, right? They're like part vector, so they're like still human, but they are like they have powers and they're built stronger now. So Liz was fine last time, but I think because they've not asked Moravia for help this time, she's not going to be okay, which is very sad. The others are still fighting, and someone else out there could be hurt. Commander, can you take care of things here? Kara and the others went after Moravia's group. I should go too. You mean all three of them were here? Yes, I think that's why there's so much damage. I need to do everything I can to stop them from hurting anyone else. You're right. We'll take care of everyone here. You go on ahead. Don't worry, we've got this. I still don't know what Ryo's angle is. Like, obviously he's been to the villain place, right? And he drops, like, supplies off there. So he's on their side to, like, some degree. But I don't fully believe he's going to be on their side. I don't know whether he's working with, like, the higher-ups, maybe, or something. Like, I don't believe he's fully on the Vector side. I'm very confused. Thank you. Will Liz be alright? I have to check one more time. I looked to Ryo for an answer, but he just shook his head. We're not doctors. All I can say is, we'll do our best. You're wearing a lab coat, so make sure she's okay. He was right. Since I couldn't do anything more here, I decided to focus on the task at hand. Alright, just take care of her, please. Yeah, there's so many layers to this plot. Too many layers here. I truly didn't want to leave Liz. I thought that if I let go of her hand, I might never see her again. Pain, pain, suffering, pain. But I shoved those worries away and ran after everyone else. I think that might be the last time we see Liz from this route. I'm here. The other four stood by the outer wall, but the battle was already over. Oh, we were just about to return. We defeated most of the Vectors, but the rest got away. I see. Sorry for being late. You don't need to apologize. We're the ones who let them escape. How's your friend, by the way? Oh, wait, last time Haruka and Kaori, like, I'm sure they were, like, not surprised when they found out Vectors were humans. So did they know that our friend is fucked? After you left, the commander and Ryo came by and said they had called for help. I imagine the injured people should be getting treated right now. An image of the blood on Liz flashed through my mind, causing my hands to shake. I'm sorry to ask at a time like this, but would you mind if I went to check on her? She's a good friend, so I'm really worried. Do you know where they are? Oh, Haruka's question made me realise I didn't ask the commander where they'd be taken. Probably a hospital, but which hospital? Why didn't I ask? Yeah, I think, like, once we start getting an idea of the full plot, it's gonna hit like a fucking truck, you know? Like, we're gonna be steamrolled immediately. I instantly regretted my lack of foresight, but then Kaori spoke up and offered some surprising information. Follow me. They're probably in the research district. Oh, Kaori cares so much. She's spreading her little secrets to me. Oh, Kaori. Like, from what I understand as well, you have, like, 8 routes, right? And then, like, I think it's Kaori and Moravia are the 2, like, quote-unquote, like, main routes, where, like, those ones are a bit longer than the others, and they have, like, I assume, the meat of the plot in them, but I'm assuming they're locked behind the other routes before you can get to them. That's how these things usually work. But aren't the hospitals in the financial district? They are, but that's if they've gone to a hospital. Look, if you're worried about your friend, just follow me. No more questions. Oh, we get to find out things here too. I felt like she had an ulterior motive, but my desire to see Liz was so strong that I agreed to go. Alright, lead the way. We'd better hurry. Let's go. Kaori started running. The other 3 said they were coming too and ran with me. They don't want to be left out. Little footstep noises. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, I know where we are. Kaori led us to the sector where we were examined the other day. Okay, girl. Okay. Ah! Did you hear someone scream? Oh, they fucked up. Somebody stop them! They're over there. Oh, this is... I have a feeling this is gonna hurt us mentally. Tapping noises like little penguins, yeah. They're plodding along. It's you. I'm so glad you're here. This way. A gaggle of distressed researchers rushed up to us the second we entered the room. They grabbed Carrie and myself by the arms and attempted to drag us further into the room. They looked terrified. What the heck is going on? They were so insistent that we had no choice but to go along. They dragged us into a back room where we saw some familiar faces. Oh, Commander! You shouldn't be here. Oh no. Wait, no, he doesn't want us to see because we'll be upset. What? I never heard him so frantic. I had no clue why he was acting that way, but before I could ask, something else caught my eye. A vector? I'd expected to find injured people, but was instead greeted by something far from human. Ripped clothes hung from its body, and long claws adorned its hands and feet. The horns sprouted from the top of its head. It looked like one of the vectors we've been fighting. Look! Moko cried out. I looked over to where she was pointing, and I saw people getting up visibly in pain. Except they weren't really people. Oh, this is horrifying. They had claws and horns. Okay, I skipped that by accident. But I'm assuming they're turning into vectors. Commander, what's going on? When I spoke, my voice trembled. Watch out! Miss Haruka! Haruka jerked me back right as a pair of razor-sharp claws grazed my arm. The creature had taken a swipe at me. Then I noticed the remnants of an academy uniform on the floor. No! I'm not crying you up! They became furries. A fate worse than death! No! Genuinely, we couldn't help listen in this room. Is it even worth it? That uniform. My head swam with confusion. Then someone next to me shouted, Haruka! Haruka, it's time! I'm on it. Wait, what are you doing? I grabbed Haruka's arm, but she snapped at me in response. Don't be stupid, you saw what happened. Truthfully, I started to piece together what was going on already. I didn't want to believe it, but red flags kept popping up in my mind. It can't be true, it just can't. We're here to defeat the vectors. I knew this would happen. You mean the injured people are turning into vectors? Please don't say it. That's right. And this one here is... Don't say it! Don't tell me that's her friend! No, I won't believe it! No! My refusal was automatic, but I knew my words were hollow. You can't deny reality, but I had to accept it, whether I liked it or not. The truth is the truth. It doesn't matter if you believe it, you don't believe it. Haruka shook off my hand, then turned towards the vector. No way! It cannot be true! Haruka and Kaori ready to attack, but Mocha and Senna and I see still frozen. The vectors wait for no one. No, Liz, please be okay. By the time I snapped out of it, there wasn't a single injured person left. There were only vectors. This is awful. This is absolutely horrifying. Please hurry, take them down. This is horrible. Truly, but what should we... There's too many of them. Ugh. Kaori, Haruka, I have to help them, but... She did a little yeah. I mean, the one good thing that's happened in the past 5 minutes is her tiny yeah. Everything is happening. What is going on? Senna, over here! Mocha, you're a good girl. Hold on! Senna defended Mocha in the nick of time, then finished the vector off. It's time to nuke this place. Yeah, you know what? We're best going down with this whole place at this point, you know? It's gonna save us a lot of pain in the long run, I think. Thank you, Senna. I would have been a goner if you hadn't covered me. You did the same for me earlier. You may call us even. We're gonna have to steel ourselves, knowing what we do now. Wait, this is like... I just thought about it. This is like a whole another level of like horrifying. Because like, they've been getting these like... I don't know the situation with the other two, but these two girls, they've been getting them to kill the vectors this whole time. So essentially like killing people this whole time. And like not told them. Like, that shit's fucked up. That's fucked, yo. Yeah, okay. Let's continue. Indeed. No. After the vectors attacked them, Mocha and Senna fought back with Kaori and Haruka. Was it wrong of me to try and stop them? We all just got desperate to make sure no one got hurt. I mean, what's a little fucked up anime game? It's like the usual at this point, right? The vector's roars filled the room, along with the sounds of strikes. I could only watch as the vectors fell one by one. Hey, are you really okay with this? Oh, Kaori! She still cares. The stern words made me look up. Kaori was talking to me as she faced off with an enemy. At this rate, we'll have to slay your friend. Are you really okay with that? Of course I'm not, but what else can I do? Oh god. Oh. Hold on. Just in case. Save that for later. I don't want to defeat Liz, but I don't want to do nothing, so Kaori's been really nice so far. We're gonna ask Kaori for help. What is that, like, static? It's scaring me. I think that was a bad ending, if I'm honest. I think that was a bad choice. Oh, we're on this bit though. I'll say, so we got to justice. But we can still hit a bad ending, it looks like. She wouldn't want to live like this. There's only one thing I can do. I know that, but I can't bring myself to do it. Kaori, I'm going to need your help to defeat Liz. Could be the darkness. It could be how fucked up this situation is. It's just like, alright, I'll help. Kaori responded immediately and then circled behind the creature that used to be Liz. She unleashed hypnosis, and the creature began to move sluggishly. Do it now! The creature in front of me is a vector. There's no intelligence behind its bloodshot eyes. It's just looking for its next prey. Liz was so cheerful and... Ah! Liz was so cheerful and kind. No! No! Liz's smile flashes in my mind, but no matter how I stare at the vector's face, there's no semblance of Liz. I'll never see her again. No! No! What happened next only took a split second, but it felt like it all occurred in slow motion. Game, why you make us cry so? I charged up psychokinesis and started running. I'm sorry, Liz. I'm not okay. Okay, but like this scene, I'm like really upset, and the fucking like stock punch noise and fucking hit. No. I went straight for the vector and thrust my fist, punching it in the gut, right on target. I might have charged too much power, because then the blinding light lit up the entire room. Afterwards, all that was left was a beautiful crystal flower. I'd seen ones like it before. I walked to the flower and picked it up. I didn't think these flowers had anything to do with these horrid monsters, but now I understood what they were made of. Light reflected off the crystal flower lying in my palm. Its sparkle reminded me of Liz's smile. No! No! I have no right to cry. Deep down I know that. It's so beautiful, but the light blinded my tear-stained eyes, so I slowly closed my hands. I don't like this. Liz. Sad. The next day, the school urged the students to come back to check the extent of the damage around the academy. So, the students that stayed at the academy weren't hurt. No, wait, no, this is so sad. He was in town yesterday. Pour one out for our friend Liz, everyone. Liz, we miss you. Love you forever. He was in town yesterday and he was such a great guy. How could this happen? This is awful. This is horrifying. I feel like if you played this first, like, you would really hate the villains. But, like, because we've done the villain side, like, I still feel sympathetic for them. But, like, this is awful. Like straight up, this is bad. I just talked to my dad yesterday. My aunt didn't make it. As I suspected, there's lots of victims in town. I probably should have been more focused on how we could protect everyone from the vectors. But there was only one thought on my mind. Liz is gone. I won't see her in the dorm. All around the academy. She's just gone. I know why it happened better than anyone, but I still can't accept it. Being surrounded by all these people made it all the more clear that Liz wasn't coming back. They crossed the line. Moravia, you may be whammon, but this time you've gone too far. Hold on. Moravia, I'm sorry, you have to go to jail. Pay for your crimes. Actually, in fact, both of you get to jail. You must pay for your crimes. Liz didn't deserve that. Get in jail. I wanted to return to the dorm, but we still had to go to our homes to check people. Homes to check in. People would worry if I wasn't there. I want to be alone until then. At least, I wonder where we'll be quiet. So before, whenever we went somewhere, we saw one of the boys, but there was like 8 options before. So I reckon like these ones will be just the hero boys. We'll go to the library. I headed to the library in hopes of finding some peace and quiet. There aren't many people in here. It looks like I'll be able to relax a bit. I searched for an empty spot and found a secluded place between some bookshelves. Finally, some space to hear myself think. Oh wait. Upon closer inspection, someone else was already here. It's this boy. Mihaya looks like he's pretty deep in thought. I should probably leave. I turned to go, but Mihaya stopped me. Wait a minute. Did you need something from here? It's not important. I was just looking for a quiet place to relax. You're free to stay if you don't mind me around, or I can move. Huh? But you were here first. I'm not going to kick you out. His response surprised me. I wasn't going to just make him leave. Mihaya awkwardly looked at the floor. Oh. He's sad also. I was just trying to find a quiet place too. I don't have a particular reason for being here. I don't mind you staying if you're doing the same thing. Besides, you look a little down, so maybe it'd be nice to have someone here. Oh, he's nice. He's being nice and sweet. I could tell Mihaya was trying to be considerate, since he offered to help me keep me company, despite wanting the time alone to himself. I wonder who he could look like. I wonder what colour scheme this reminds us of. Yeah, I've like not played the OP on here before, but like, yeah, hold on. Basically the opening like shows you that the boys are all like magical girls, right? Trying to find an image. Okay, right, I can't find an image that's like the right file type, but yeah. The OP basically like, it basically tells you that, yeah. I haven't played the OP though because I'm scared of YouTube being like, that's a song. Mihaya is always so perceptive. I can't think of anyone else as considerate as him. The one thing like I don't get is like their personalities seem like mad different as the girls, right? They seem to act totally the opposite. Because Mokka's the rowdy one. Oh, that reminds me, you helped everyone evacuate yesterday, didn't you? Huh? Sorry to bring it up out of the blue, but I just meant I saw you at the time. And today, I noticed that you noticed I was feeling down and offered to stay with me. It's very kind of you. I'm not really that kind. But you are. You're just like my friend. I knew I'd worry Mihaya more if I talked about Liz, but he was just being so nice. It made me want to open up to him. My friend passed away yesterday, but I'm having a hard time accepting it, and it hurts to be around other people right now. That's why I wanted to be alone. That's not the correct response, I'm sorry, Mihaya. Everyone dies eventually. Most people would think that callous of him, but I could feel the warmth in his voice. People can pass away without warning, and there are times when you don't get to say goodbye. Oh no, this boy's been through something. It's unreasonable to try and force yourself to move on immediately. Mihaya's voice carried a seriousness that told me he'd been through something like this before. But I can't just ask him. Now's not the right time. We remained quiet for a while after that. I never thought of staying silent could be so soothing. That was nice. He helped us out a little bit. When night fell, the blooms gathered in the command center. The atmosphere was heavy, and the commander wore a grave expression, a far cry from his usual demeanor. I gathered you all so we could discuss what happened yesterday. Oh, he's sad. Now you know what happens to a person when they suffer a vector attack. Hold on. Mocha piped up, interrupting the commander. Before you keep going, I just need to make sure of something. Kaori, Haruka, did you two know about this all along? Yeah, I'd be pissed too, Mocha. I'd be pissed too. Yeah, I knew. Me too. Then why didn't you say anything about how the vectors used to be people? Exactly, you knew they were human, yet you attacked without hesitation. I simply cannot believe it. Yeah, that's what I said. They're gonna be sad that they were like killing people. I'd summarized some of their reactions yesterday, but clearly this was a surprise for Senna and Mocha too. Let me ask you this. Are you going to stand by when they attack others just because they used to be human? I guess like there's the thing of like, if they do just like go easy on them because they used to be humans, like it could make more humans turn into vectors, you know? I guess there's that. They can't handle the truth. It's because they're babies. I get the feeling that like Haruka and Kaori are kind of like, they've been at this longer, they're more like veterans at this. So I do have a feeling that Kaori and Haruka have like some history with Moravia, but I don't know. Whatever they used to be, we have to take them out to protect everyone else. Doesn't change our mission. Even so, it's not that simple. You think you would have been better prepared if you knew? Fine, then when should I have told you? The truth doesn't change a thing. Yeah, this is like their weird and fucked up hazing at joining the Blooms. They're like, yeah, we're not going to tell you they're humans, teehee. There's no need for such tone? I could say the same for you two. The girls are fighting! I watched the four of them argue, tried to figure out the right moment to step in. I looked down, I took down Liz with my own two hands, so I get how they feel. I know all too well how much it hurts. I'm gonna not do anything for now. The girls can fight. I don't know what to say. I can't take anyone's side. I wonder if we found our route yet or not. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Well, we found a route. Oops. From that day on, the Blooms never worked together again. Holy shit. Senna and Mocha refused to go on. And though Kaori and Haruka and I continued, it was clear we were fighting a losing battle. The vectors attacked people in town again. How did it end up this way? Maybe things would have been different if I'd said something back then. Oh shit. I thought that might be the case, but it was too late for regrets. I received another mission, so I'm going out again today. This never-ending war must be punishment for wanting an extraordinary life. Okay. Bad route for doing nothing. Punished. Right, so we've gone to Justice. Oh! I guess we can just pick a character. Well, we went to Mihaya before, so we'll put Mihaya in. Oh. Okay. I guess we're just starting Mihaya's route now. Okay, when night fell, the blooms gathered in the command center. The atmosphere was heavy, and the commander wore a grave expression, far cry from his usual demeanor. I gathered you all here, so yes, we gathered here. Let's just skip to the question. We'll stop the argument. All I can do right now is stop the argument. Things will get worse if we don't work together. Hey. However, someone stood in front of me when I tried to... So we didn't even speak up anyway. And it was like, oh, the balloons never work together again. Like, fuck this game. Commander. I'm sorry, everyone. It's 100% my fault for not specifying what happens to someone when they get attacked by vectors. So, if there's anyone to blame, it's me. I don't want you all fighting with each other. Oh, I feel really bad for not trusting him now. Like, he's a good guy, actually. I could tell he was being sincere, and I was sure the others felt the same. We all quieted down and waited for him to continue. Kaori and Haruka's powers awakened when they were much younger, so they've been deeply involved with all the research. It was only natural that they would have found out. Oh. Wait, so Moravia and Yukinami were raised in the lab, right? So what if they were all childhood friends? So, On the other hand, Sana and Mocha joined the balloons much later. Not the professor's fault, it's those three who attacked. I know it's like their fault, but I still have the feeling something else is going on because, like, I do think the vectors were created by the lab. I think it's their fault they exist in the first place. I think there's more layers to this than we are aware of right now. I knew you'd take it differently than Kaori and Haruka, so I was extra cautious about disclosing that info. That might just sound like an excuse to you now, though. So, does that mean the other researchers know? Are they studying the people who were attacked? Senna perked up at that question. Now that you mention it, the researchers were in panic, but they were not all that surprised at people turning into vectors. If they weren't surprised, how did they let it get to that situation? Oh, and if Kaori knew, then this must have happened before, right? As you've inferred, the researchers knew. They've been looking into exactly how people turn into vectors. That means out of everyone associated with the blooms, Mocha, Sana and myself were the only ones who didn't know. A niggling doubt filters through my mind, but I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was. I'm sorry things happened this way the way they did, but I'd still like your help. Please consider continuing your missions as a member of the blooms. This kind of tragedy will continue to happen as long as the vectors remain unchecked. I want to prevent it at all costs. I know some of you have gone through a lot, and that it's quite harsh of me to ask you to do this. I definitely felt like I'd gone through the ringer. Yeah, me. I think I've been through a lot. I think we have. The others cast sympathetic glances my way while I thought about everything I'd seen at the academy today. So many students have been crying over lost friends and family. I'm not the only one who's lost someone. Oh my god, I feel like we're entering like our edgy hero phase. That's right. And this isn't the only time it's happened. You all joined the Blooms under different circumstances. Everyone has their reasons. Something's definitely happened here. You might not be able to resolve all of your issues by being part of the Blooms. But if you can help those in need, you'll bring us one step closer to a brighter future. Too many lives have been lost. I know, like, I wonder if this is the first time there's been like an attack of this scale on the city, because like they fucked shit up. I hope you'll agree with me on that. Maybe that's why the researchers were surprised that there'd never been like that many people attacked by vectors in one go before. So like they're like, oh shit, there's too many of them. We remained quiet for a while after the commander had finished. Then Senna broke the silence. I still don't fully agree with all of this, but I have people I want to protect, so I shall stay. Me too. I've got something I want to do, so I'll keep working with you all. Aww. I don't want anyone else to go through the same thing I did. The three of us agreed to stay, and Kaori and Haruka didn't have any other objections. Our resolve confirmed, the commander continued on. Thank you, everyone. I'll make sure your efforts won't be in vain. He's gonna work harder for us! I might not be the most reliable adult, but I'm better than the higher-ups. Oh, I do like him actually. Actually, I think he's good, actually. I feel so awful for being like, I don't trust the idiot before. But now I'm like, oh, he's nice. He's just like a bumbling adult like I am. I can attest to that. The commander flashed a weary smile at Kaori's interjection. The casual nature of the conversation seemed to lighten the tension in the room. Alright, let's sort our plan of attack going forward. Yeah, we got the professor on our side. I think because like obviously we just found out he's working with the guy that's like probably our uncle. And that the uncle quit after an incident happened a few years ago. So I have a little feeling that maybe like they accidentally made vectors then or something, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe like that's when something happened with Moravia and Yukinami. We don't know. We just don't know. Kaori and Haruka, I want you two to take the lead on the front lines. Sounds good. I'll keep doing what I usually do. Wow, girls, you're so cool. So cool, ladies. I'm counting on you. As for Senna and Mocha, you might be a little hesitant after what happened this time. I'd like you to provide backup for Kaori and Haruka for the time being. Especially you, Senna. You should focus on your foresight and warn us any vectors to appear during the day. Understood. We discussed strategy for a while longer and then we were dismissed. Bum, 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 bum. After returning to my room, I realised my feelings were still bottled up. Time to email my uncle. Perhaps it was because we broke up the tension in the meeting, but the sudden urge to cry on someone's shoulder overtook me. If only Mum and Dad were still alive, I could have talked to them about all this. I took my pendant out of my pocket as I mumbled to myself. I usually didn't think about the fact that my parents were gone, since Uncle Yashima had always been there for me. But now I needed support. I felt their loss keenly. It seemed cruel that they weren't here anymore. Why don't I have anyone? Why does everyone I love have to die? Oh god, this is taking a turn. Thoughts swirled round and round in my head. I eventually came to the conclusion that I definitely needed to talk to someone. I should write to Uncle Yashima. I'd only told him I was safe because I was having trouble dealing with things, but now there's so much I want to talk to him about. I'm sorry for only sending a quick note before. To be honest, my best friend got caught in the attack yesterday and died. I know, I'm not going to be over Liz's passing for a while. I really like Liz. I think she's a neat character. If you've ever seen Gekon Shoujo Nozaki-kun, she's the Tomoda. She's our Tomoda and she's gone. I'm so sad. I'm really sad. I feel so confused. None of it seems real. My emotions have been all over the place and I don't know what to do with them. It just hurts so much. These words can't adequately describe how heartbroken I am or how dear she was to me. When I was thinking about all the times we had, I realised that I'm all alone now. Mum and Dad are gone, and I thought, you've always been a parent to me. You're not here. I really wish someone was. It just makes me wonder why I am alone, especially during times like this. Is there any reason? I know, like, I thought the hero route was supposed to be like nice, you know? Like the villain route, it had like a bit of like a dark side to it, but it wasn't sad. This is just like depressing. I know, since I'm being selfish and I'm truly sorry for that. Since we can't see each other, just let me ask you this. I stopped writing there. I thought about what was troubling me the most. No matter how much I wanted to avoid it, I knew what it was. I killed Liz. Was it the right decision? Was there really no other way? And I'm going to continue fighting the Vectors, who are just like Liz. Can I really do this? Uncle Yashima, I'm second guessing whether I did the right thing yesterday. I truly don't know, but I still have to move on. How am I supposed to get through this? Please tell me. This is so sad. Oh, we fell asleep at the computer. What a gamer. It's morning. Before I knew it, the sun's rays were shining through my window. I must have fallen asleep in front of my computer. I stared at the screen. I noticed I got a message. It was from Uncle Yashima, just as I hoped. He'd replied much faster than usual. I'd probably worried him, which made me feel a little guilty, but I desperately wanted to know what he thought. I'm really sorry I can't be with you right now. You've gone through a terrible ordeal. I do want to see you, especially given what's happened. But unfortunately, we can't meet under any circumstances. I won't ask you to forgive me, but I hope you can understand. I'm so sad. I'll at least try to answer your questions. No one can say for certain whether what you did is correct. I've lived far longer than you, but I have doubts all the time. I feel like this game is full of a lot of like adults who are like, hey, by the way, I make mistakes, I'm a useless adult, and I'm like, I'm kind of validated though. I feel like you're never really an adult, you know? You'll never banish all uncertainty. In fact, I say that the day you feel 100% certain is the day you die. That's what I think, but you're still looking for answers, then don't try to find them all by yourself. The real answer lies in connections with others. This might sound cruel because you've just lost your best friend, but it's important you find someone who will support you. I know you wish your parents were there, and I cannot be with you right now. However, if you think someone there suffered like you have, then you should go to them first. Trying to understand another's feelings is the best way to figure it out on your own. Find someone who mirrors your heart. They'll become an important part of your life. They'll become the route you play on this dating sim. Each and every word of Uncle Yashima's message showed me how much he cared. I've been too wrapped up in my own pain. I resented him, and yet he responded with kindness. My heart flooded with regret for guilting him over and not being able to see me. Maybe I was wallowing too much on my own suffering. I immediately thought of everyone in the blooms. Kaori and Haruka decided to continue fighting without any hesitation. I realised now that I don't know them very well. Senna and Mokka were also upset about having to fight people who turned into vectors. I'm not the only one dealing with all this. I still haven't directly talked with any of them about it. I should probably do that. Maybe the Bloom members could be the mirror Uncle Yashima mentioned. I wasn't completely sure, but I had a sneaking suspicion we shared the same pain. I'll talk to them first. If we can't be open with each other, I think we'll be able to move forward. If we can be open with each other, I think we'll be able to move forward. I have to keep going for myself and for Liz. Oh, it's like Liz was like our motivation for joining the villains to like save her, but then like I feel Liz is also our motivation for being a hero because like we've lost her. It's the parallels are sad. It's been 2 weeks since the Vector attack. During the day, I've been continuing with the Bloom's missions as usual. But my feelings have drastically changed, and I can't bring myself to face the Vectors head on. Vectors, they're coming this way! One of them dodged Kaori and Haruka's attacks and took a giant leap, landing right in front of me. I have to attack! Oh! No. I assumed an offensive stance out of habit, but when I looked at the Vector, all I could think of was Liz. She turned into a Vector, and I took her down. My memory of Liz overlapped with the Vector in front of me, and I felt like I was going to be sick. My strength dissipated with every shaky step I took. Snap out of it! Haruka's sharp voice brought me back to my senses, and I saw that she was standing between me and the Vector. That creature had backed up quite a bit now. It immediately lunged after Haruka. Liz is never going to... I mean, like, at least we're not going to forget Liz. Like, we can't forget Liz. We love Liz. Kaori stepped up next to me and gave me a once-over before turning her attention forward. You just need to provide support for now. Let's go. Okay, you can count on me. Thanks to Kaori's encouragement, I managed to start moving again. We're gonna do the second one. I'll cast Augment on you, Kaori. I hurriedly suggested that as the Vector had turned its attention our way again. Thanks. I'll be able to handle it by myself that way. Kaori flashed me a smile and spoke to Haruka. Haruka, you stay here. Got it. Ah, she's having Haruka stay with me because I've been having trouble. Go, Kaori, go! Feeling sorry for making them worry, I held on to Kaori and cast Augment. Once she'd been boosted, Kaori flew off towards the Vector. Take that! Kaori's fist surged of power as she struck the Vector repeatedly in the chest. The Vector stumbled backwards upon impact and eventually vanished. Oh, it sounds so sad now. That's it then. Yeah. I hadn't really done anything at the end of the battle. And even that wasn't much. Still, an overwhelming fatigue hit me. And I sat down on the spot. Superb work, everyone. Mission complete. I heard footsteps approaching as I turned to see Senna and Mokka heading towards us. They've been on support as well. I didn't get to do a whole lot this time around. Hey, what's up with you? Goodbye, Vector. Oh, I think I'm just tired. Tired, but this was a normal mission. Now that you mention it, you've been awful sluggish lately. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not blaming you or anything. No need to apologize. It's natural considering what happened. Thanks. Mocha reached out a hand to me. I took it and she pulled me up as she continued talking. I know it's tough right now, but remember, you'll see your friend again soon enough. Are you saying you're going to kill me, ma'am? Huh? Shocked by Mocha's word, I accidentally let go of her hand and fell squarely on my behind. Ow! Ah! What are you doing? Though I was astonished by my fall, Mocha's expression was so calm that I couldn't believe what she had just said. What do you mean by that? Just what I said. Look, it's a very shocking to lose a friend the way you did. That's why you can start to recover from it. You don't even know where to start. Yeah, that's true. But none of us know when we're going to die. So, odds are, you'll be seeing your friends sooner than you think. Ma'am! That's what I find comforting to think about in situations like this, at least. Are you okay? Do you need help? I froze, not knowing how to respond. Mocha just sighed at me and then walked over to where the others were. She wasn't being mean about it. I think she was trying to be helpful. But those words of comfort felt a bit extreme, especially for someone so young. After a while, Senna called out to me. What's this? I thought Mocha helped you up. Are you unable to stand? Oh no, I'm fine. I can stand. Mocha helped me earlier, but I just fell over again. Oh my. Are you alright? You must be quite tired. I wondered whether I should talk to Senna about what Mocha said, but in the end, I said nothing. Mocha is so, like, I don't know, like, there's trauma in there for sure, but, like, she's so, like, casual about it. Like, she's just like, oh yeah, everyone died, it's fine, don't worry about it. I hadn't figured things out myself, and it would be just worry Senna if I brought it up now. Let's get back, shall we? I, for one, am exhausted. Yeah, I was sure that Senna had said that to be considerate, and I silently thanked her as we head back to the command center. Right, now we're back at the command center. How are we doing? Yeah, we're on Mocha's route now. Right, I think we'll leave it here for today because my voice is getting tired. But yeah. Thanks for coming today, everyone. This game is a lot sadder on this route than I thought it would be. I'm gonna go process my feelings. But yeah, we'll definitely be back for more, and we'll finally start our more depressing than we thought hero route. Yay! But thank you for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll actually be back again tomorrow. You'll see me again tomorrow. I'm doing a little design stream. I have plans. I just need to set some things up, but yeah, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So hope you can come and check it out. So everybody, make sure you have a good evening or a good day or whatever time it is. And make sure to have a big resty and keep well, everyone. Yeah. So, let us pour one out for our dear friend Liz and end the stream here today. So, thank you for coming, everyone. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you.